Right. I have no idea how to preface this video or anything, but I don't know. So the true Gordie, or as a lot of people, or as PewDiePie likes to call him, the ref, as Logan Paul likes to call him, the moderator, or White DJ Khaled. He has a podcast show which recently got up to 100 episodes. Well done on you there. And basically, he had Logan Paul and Jake Paul on the podcast. I tend to stay away from that whole circle. The only person from the whole fight I'm actually subscribed to is Comedy Shorts Gamer. The others I couldn't give a crap about. So I decided to watch these two podcasts just to see how much more are they going to dig themselves into a hole. I came out surprised. I actually, first off, I think Jake Paul made a massive mistake, and I think he's acting really cocky about the fight. Yeah, he has every advantage, but I don't think he has as much of an advantage as he thinks he does. Because he's saying things like, "Oh, I'm 10 times better than KSI was during the Weller fight. Oh, Deji's not going to be as good as KSI was at the Weller fight, and I'm already better than." But you can see how he's acting really cocky. But then there's Logan, and I think this is the smart thing of the way that True Gordie did his podcast, that he spent so long talking about the suicide forest and talking about everything that happened there, and kind of making Logan think about the effect that video had, and the effect that suicide has on people, and kind of getting to understand why and what place Logan was at that point. Because coming out of this, I still don't like Logan Paul. I don't like his content. I don't really, it's not for me, but I can respect the guy now coming out of a situation like that, and it's easy with all of the backlash that he got to say, "I'm done," and then give up, and he didn't. You've got to respect the man for that. He's still keeping on with doing what he's doing and doing what he loves. That may be questionable towards some people, but he's not hurting anyone anymore. He hurt a lot of people with that video. He hurt me with that video. But he has shown that he can grow up, and up until this point, he has been digging himself into a hole with the Suicide Forest. The Suicide Forest video was he's right at the bottom of the pit. Then the Crystalia stuff on Twitter, that was digging himself even deeper. And this, what he said on the podcast, and him owning up and saying that he made a mistake, that's his first step climbing back up. And honestly, I don't see KSI winning the fight. I don't see that happening, because Logan has every advantage, and he's desperate. Logan's lost. Logan has had the worst year of his life, and he has made so many enemies, so many mistakes, that he is desperate for a win, and that's why he's going to go all out during this fight. I think it's the same with Jake Paul as well. Like, Deji has nothing really to fight for. He's not really a subject of controversy. He's kind of taking it as a joke. He's not really doing much to really prepare himself for the fight, and he's kind of acting a bit like an idiot around it. The one thing that I can say that's good about Jake and Logan Paul is that they are training together. KSI has a good trainer, and he has that kind of like friendship and camaraderie with his trainer, but he's not training with his brother. And it's the kind of thing the Paul brothers are training together. Again, it kind of sounds like I'm sucking their dicks. I'm not. I don't like the guys. I don't like them. I'm not gonna say, oh, they've got me on side. I'm gonna subscribe to both of their channels and all this and follow them on Twitter and all this other bull crap. I'm not. I'm just saying that that Logan specifically is being very smart, and he has dealt with the shit that he's been thrown at him and the shit that he's thrown at himself, and he's had to grow up. And that might be very hypocritical for me to say, as I'm only 17 and I don't know much about the world, but still he's 23, and he's had so much crap this year, and the win that he will have on August 25th, that's really what he needs. And I reckon he can still get to the end of the year and still make that why 2018 was the best year of my life, because it was the year that he needed to grow up. Again, don't like the guy. I respect the guy. You don't have to like someone to respect them. Also, it was interesting to hear True Gordie bring up the point that Logan's fans are young, and there's millions of them. There's going to be one that will have seen that video, and they will be a young child. They will be like in their low teens, like late. They will be like from the ages of 8 to 13. One of them will have walked into their parent or walked into someone they know and will have killed themselves or attempted to, and that video will have brought back memories of that, and that there's kids, Logan Paul's fans, that will have nightmares, will have had nightmares because of that video. And I think that was what Logan needed to hear. That's what made him think, really. So yeah, and the thing about that video in the forest, and the reason why it affected me, and I didn't talk about it because, well, I didn't have a platform to talk about it at that point. Still don't. But it affected me because I've seen through that. There have been moments when I've wanted to take my own life, and I've walked in on my sister attempt to take her own life, walked in on my mum attempt to take her own life. So but my takeaway from that video is that he didn't understand what he did wrong. And you can say, oh, well, he's an idiot for not understanding what he did wrong. But some people aren't educated. They don't see what effect death and suicide has on people. And I am at a weird place now where I'm like, at the start of the year, if this would have happened and there would have been no True Gordie podcast and then no one would have spoken to Logan like he did, I would have said KSI will knock him out. But now I don't know, because I don't like either of them. I don't like KSI. I don't care for him, and the bringing up KSI's girlfriend, bringing up Logan Paul's girlfriend during the whole press conference, I think that was a low blow. It was unnecessary. Deji's just an idiot. Deji can't do anything wrong because I don't think he has the brain power to. I don't think he's smart enough to. But I think, yeah, I definitely think that the Paul brothers are probably going to win, and that's not me saying I want them to win. No, because they're even without that, they're still not great people. They're not people that I like. I respect Logan more now because he's dealt with the situation and he now understands that what he did was wrong. I don't like or respect Jake Paul because I think he's a dick. But I think they will win the fight just because they are previous athletes. They do have every advantage. They do have fighting experience, and Logan has the desperation. Jake Paul just has the advantage, and Deji doesn't really have anything to fight for. Just so that he can be he can say, me and my brother both won, but he's not going to win with his brother. He's going to win almost as if he's competing against his brother. That's just my takeaway of all of this. And the fight's happening in a couple of days. I'm going to watch it. Oddly, the only fight that I care about is the Scarce and Rucka Rucka fight, because I think Scarce is going to get absolutely manhandled by Rucka Rucka during that fight. But yeah, that's really it. If I wasn't watching the fight, if I didn't have a friend who was like paying for the fights, I wouldn't watch them. I don't know if I obviously cared about the fights because I cared enough to make the video about the fights, to make this video, but I don't care about the people that are involved enough, really. That makes sense. I don't care who wins, just as long as the fight is entertaining. Just as long as it's better than the Weller fight, because you just have Joe Weller going, hit me, hit me, hit me. Oh crap, I've lost. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. As long as it's better than that, then I'll be somewhat amused. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you agree or disagree with my opinion, let your opinion be known in the comments below. And subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, donate to the Patreon, helps me It helps me improve the content that I am putting onto the channel, better video quality, better editing. I will actually be able to edit. And yeah, do all that other stuff, and social media will be linked in the description below. Until then, peace.